Good afternoon, traders. It is Friday, March 4th, 2016, and the U.S. stock market is closed. We had another good day today, but it's kind of the thing that wasn't quite as great as it started out being. Uh, well, first of all, let's look at the Dow. I predicted the Dow would go up today. It did, in fact, go up. It ended up closing up 63 points. But I want to point out that we have hit a series of four red lines here. These red lines have been here a long time. They used to be a floor on the Dow, and now they are a very significant resistance point. There is a fourth line that's not shown on this chart, but these are fairly close together, and it's definitely gonna need a little power to get through those. We've seen a huge up run here in the Dow. If we go back to the 24th and take it all the way to the high of today, we have about 1,000 points there. And I think given this big run up that we've seen, it's pretty natural that this thing is going to kind of hit an exhaustion phase, and it may have to pull back a little. Anyway, I am going to call it down for Monday. I don't want it to go down, and I don't think that this in any way suggests that the bull market isn't very powerful. It's just that I think this thing is going to pull back a little and then have another run at this very strong resistance area that it just got into today. Um, it did close just above 17,000. All right, that's the Dow situation. I said we had a good day today. We had about $20,000 open trade yesterday, and it, things just went really well. The aftermarket last night looked great, and this morning we got out of those positions with over $31,000 in closed out profits. Any day that we have $31,000 in closed out profits is a good day. The only thing that bothers me is that we got into a bunch of new positions, a total of 17, and I think at one point those were almost up $20,000 again. So I'm just thinking, hey, uh, this is a stairway to heaven, and this hung on there for about 3 hours or so. Kind of while the Dow was up here, we were still really cooking gas. And then when the Dow broke here, our equity did break, and that $20,000 did go to negative about 5 at one point, and then it comes back toward the end. We end up closing negative $553. Well, that's nothing, particularly when we closed out $31,000 in profits. However, I am a little bit concerned that, as I say, this thing is kind of an exhaustion phase here, and I think that a lot of our stocks, these 17 positions that we're holding, are kind of in exhaustion phase too. We have 17 positions, 7 are positive, but 10 are negative. That's not a very good ratio, and I will show you just a couple examples of what I think this means. I'm nervous about this weekend, and maybe I've been spoiled by all this good trading that we've had. Anyway, let's look at some of the stocks. I will uh, start out here. Let's see. I'll show you a couple of the really good ones that we got out of. Uh, this is Weight Watchers International, and I talked about this yesterday. We had bought this 2 days ago and held it through yesterday, and then that thing gaps up this morning. Of course, it would have been nice to get out here. That would have been well over $10,000 there, but we did get out of Weight Watchers with over $9,000 in profit. So, that's just a beautiful trade. Can't complain about that. Oh, I thought I had this stuff all set up. Here we go. All right, this is uh, Peabody Energy, which is BTU, and we had bought this thing yesterday, and we got out of it here today. I know this is hard to believe. We got out of that with $12,000 in profit. If you can believe that. I mean, $12,000. Huge trade in BTU. Look at this thing, how it went up after we got out. I don't know. We would have, like this would have been $16,000 if somehow we had a crystal ball and gotten out of there. But then it retreated back to pretty much where we did get out of it. So anyway, you cut it. Great trade there in Peabody Energy. Now I'm going to show you a couple of trades I'm worried about. This is Vips, this shop, and we got into this today, and this thing just screamed. And I think when it was up here, it's like $2,500 or so. Not a huge trade, but yes, this was a really nice move. And then we get into this pullback period that we saw in almost all our stocks today. And this thing pulled back, so we're holding maybe $800 in Bishop on the close. But I don't like to see price retreat like that at the end of the day, because I think there's sometimes going to be follow through on that, particularly over a long weekend. And I'll show you one that's even a little more disturbing to me. This is Labu. It's an S&P Bio Bull. In other words, this thing is going to go up when bio stocks go up. And the bio stocks were moving today, but they pulled back. And you can see back here, 3 days ago, we had this fantastic trade in Labu. I think we took, I don't know, $7,000, $8,000, $9,000 out on that thing. We got back into it, and then yesterday, we just got out of that with a few pennies profit, but no loss. And then this morning, we buy it again, and it keeps going. It was profitable for us for a little while, and then it did the same pullback at the end of the day, and we're actually down about $2,500 in Labu. So as I say, we got 17 positions, and they all did this little pullback, and we only have, we have negative $500. Maybe I shouldn't be so worried about that, but it doesn't have a good feel for me. And as I say, I'm calling the Dow down for Monday. So let's knock on wood and hope, we don't hand back too many profits near the open on Monday. Anyway, that's the way it went. Hey, I'm not going to worry about this. I'm going to have a good weekend. We had a fantastic week this week. And we'll just see what happens on Monday. You guys have a great weekend. This is Trader Bob signing off.